Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with our next episode of Professor Builds a Satisfactory. We have one remaining piece to really plan out, and that is the nuclear pasta. We started working through the recipes and understanding what the recipes require, or the recipe requires. At the end of the last episode, we're going to try and solve that problem in this one, which is radio control units. We need them for both the nuclear pasta as well as turbo motors, which are then used as part of the thermal propulsion rockets. So let's go ahead and jump back in. Let's get working on that. And then I think at this point, it's probably going to be just about time before we can complete phase 4. So let's go ahead and get to work. All right, here we are back at the hub. And as I was talking about, if we pull up nuclear pasta, there's two pieces. The copper powder, which we already have over at the aluminum casing production, or near the aluminum casing production. But the big one is the pressure conversion cube, which, as you can see, is one fused modular frame, which we have those being produced already. We don't need to worry about that. They're running a little slow because of the amount of aluminum casing that's being produced. But overall, we have those working, so we don't need to worry about that. But the big one is the radio control units, and we need 2 to 1. So in order to get 100 nuclear pasta, we're going to need 200 radio control units. We also need 500 radio control units. If I'm looking at my notes here, yes, we need 500 for the turbo motors. So total of 700 radio control units. And if you'll remember, we took a look at radio control units, and we have aluminum casings, crystal oscillators, and computers. Now, the crystal oscillators are pretty straightforward. We have to get those running. We're going to need 200 of those. That's going to be the crystal, which I can go grab from the tunnel, the rubber, and then AI limiters, of which I already have, I think, a couple of hundred in my inventory already. And I think that's probably going to be the easiest way to build out the 200 crystal oscillators. The computers are just a pain. They're just a pain. At the end of the day, I think we're going to have to figure out how to use an alternate computer recipe to get extra computers beyond what are already being used for supercomputers, and therefore the advanced director systems. So, one problem at a time. Oh yeah, and we have aluminum. God, we need aluminum casings also. I need to figure out how to produce more aluminum casings. And I have to be completely honest with you, I don't know how we're going to do it. Alright, let's solve one problem at a time. We're going to need a minimum of 200 crystal oscillators, and I want to use the alternate recipe of crystal, rubber, and AI limiters. So let's open that up. AI limiters are copper sheeting and quick wire, which that's a problem that we can very easily solve. I already have 118 in my inventory. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set up AI limiter production up here at the copper facility, because we're storing copper sheeting up here. And we have quick wire coming from the quick wire vein that's down past the sulfur. So we have copper sheeting right here. I need to look and see if it's being used for anything. If it's not, which it's not, because this is producing motors. Actually, no, it's not anymore because okay, sorry. I need to solve another problem real quick. I need to go get rotors from up here. Let's also take a quick look and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 644. We're only 6 modular engines away from what we need. No, we're not. 675. Sorry. Never mind. Disregard. Huh. We're not. I'm going to need to get another thing of smart plates and another thing of motors. Yeah, we don't quite have enough modular engines. I'm trying to be really specific about it, but I probably don't need to be. By the way, for those who might be interested, there is a new update coming. Alright, so let me grab all of this. Let me grab that. There is an update to Satisfactory coming. I just read the release notes the other day. Let me put them in there. And there's some really cool things that are coming. A lot of them are very quality of life oriented, but there's also some new features. The one that I found the most interesting is when you build a multi-level factory, you're going to be able to install an elevator now, which I think is very cool and is certainly much better than the hypertube or standing up ladders all the time. Now, when you've got a simple one like this where it's just 2 floors, it's probably not a big deal. Let me grab that. And then I'm going to put the rotors in here to keep production going. Okay. But I found that really interesting. I'm going to be interested to see how it gets implemented. Like this particular factory, putting a elevator right here at the corner, I think would be really cool. Same thing with that one over there. There we go. Alright, so this should clear up our modular engines. Alright, now let's go back to what we were trying to accomplish, which is AI limiters. And then AI limiters combined with cabling, which is also already being, if it's not being produced, I know I have storage of it, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm not using enough. I could very easily set up cable production here, because I'm not using enough of the copper that's coming out. Because this is producing... Oh, it's only... Hold on a minute. Did I see that right? Oh, it's only producing 60. Oh. Never mind. I am actually using all that I can. Oh, I could actually split off copper here and produce cable. That's what I could do. I could send one into the storage and then send the other one into cabling. Okay, because there are cables in here. In any case, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. And what we're gonna do is we are going to set up AI limiter production based on the copper sheeting from there and quick wire from there. So that requires an assembler. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Do I have room up top? I may. Not easily, though, now that I look at it. I mean, I could move this over and possibly get enough room. But I think it would actually be better for me to just go up top. To go up another level. So let's do that. Okay, there we go. Switch to Zoop. Alright, so I need an assembler. Oh, I didn't need all that room. Alright. So we're going to need copper sheeting up here. We're going to need quick wire up here. And I'm going to need a power pole. Alright, AI limiter. Okay, well the easy one is here. Oh, 100 quick wire per minute. Okay, hold on. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and move my quick wire in, get it out of my inventory. Now, at the end of the day, I only need a couple of hundred of these, and I already have 100 in my inventory. So, I mean, this isn't a huge deal. But something tells me this is not going to be the last time I need AI limiters. All right, let's go ahead and figure out how to get... And let's also... Huh. Yeah, it's because they always center the platform. I guess from now on, I'm going to have to center whether I like it or not, whether I like the look of it or not, just to maintain consistency from top to bottom. Alright, so we're going to go out to here. And then we'll go up. This isn't going to work. Ooh. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. So that's done. I'm going to leave this here for now because I might end up using it. So the next thing is... Okay, so what we need then is rubber and crystal to take the AI limiters and create the crystal oscillators, which is going to require a manufacturer. So yeah, I am going to need that space. And I think the best thing to do here... Alright, let's build... Oh, I'm missing modular frames. In that case, it might actually make more sense to just use the manufacturer that's down there. Because the crystal oscillators... with rubber, AI limiters. So we need 200 AI limiters to create 200 oscillators. We're going to need 1,400 rubber, which that's no big deal, and 1,000... no. 2,200. Huh? Oh my god, I'm getting so confused with myself. Oh, we need 140. 140 rubber. That doesn't seem quite right either. No, 1,400 was right. 2 zeros, yeah. So 2,000 quartz crystal. Again, that's not an issue. We've got plenty that I haven't been using. Actually, I think it's going to be easier to set up... You know what? Let's do that. It's going to be easier to set up a manufacturer for the quartz crystal down here. So, like setting one off of one of these power poles, if I can. Except for I don't have the modular frames on me. I forgot about the... I keep forgetting about modular frames. I don't know what to do first. Let me first of all stay out of the path of the damn truck so that I don't get hit. I think that's first thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50, 60, 68. So we need 7 more. Oh, and we're not going to make it. We're not. We don't have enough motors again. Well, I can put in more motors. Let me split you and you. And I'll put in you. Alright, so we're up to 69. 669. We need 6 more. There's 71. Or 70. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, I was going to try and force myself to use... That being said, though, I need... I need radio control units completed before I can even do turbo motors. So even though I'll have my modular engines, I need to do the radio control units before, which means I need to do the crystal oscillators and computers before. Okay, so that's 71. Yeah, so what I want to do is as soon as this is finished, I'm going to take this, move it, and put it over there. And actually, I'm going to go... I've got this kind of extra... So I've got radio cooling systems over here, which are also needed for the turbo motors. But I've got all this extra versatile framework, so I'm going to go get rid of it real quick. Oh, we have 3 more coupons. Because we're producing so much of that packaged alumina solution. Oh, that's for the SAM. Oh, I actually have some crystal right here. I'm going to still go grab more, but a lot more. But it is good. Oh, let me get rid of this too. For some reason, I have a bunch of limestone in here. I have no clue why. Might as well get rid of the polymer resin. And we'll get rid of wood and leaves. And then while we're waiting, let's go ahead and craft protein. And we are now over 52. So let's go ahead and craft alien DNA. And that's always a nice getter of tickets, or producer of tickets. Not sure why the devs decided to make that have such a large ratio of item to points, but they did for some reason. I'm not complaining, but... Okay. And that in there. Okay. The modular engines should be finished. 675, perfect. Alright, so let's turn you off. Let's take these out. Let's change the recipe to crystal oscillator. Sorry, the alternate recipe for crystal oscillator. Rubber we've already got. So I'm going to go ahead and put 100 AI limiters in there. And then the only other thing is the crystal. I'll go ahead and get this producing right now with the crystal that we have over here in storage. That's not enough, but it's a start. And then in the meantime, I'm going to take all of that and put it in storage right here. And actually, I don't know why I have that extra row. So what I'm going to do is create a few small storage. Okay, so this one will be the modular engines. Okay. I'm going to go grab the cooling systems that I have over here. Put them in the other one. And then when we have radio control units, I'll put that one in the last one. And this is just for my own personal OCD-ness, if nothing else. Okay. We need to go over to the nitrogen. I want to go grab, we've got a storage unit over there that's got a crap ton of rubber. So let's go grab that. And then we'll come back and we'll grab some more crystal, which I should only need another 1,000. If I've calculated things correctly, I should only need another 1,000 to get 200 crystal oscillators. Then we'll worry about how to do the computers. Whoa. Just out of curiosity, we have only 174. This requires way too many aluminum casings. I'll be glad when this is done so that I can actually stop the aluminum from running here. How much room do I have? I have plenty. Whoa. Way too many buttons being hit. Alright, now let's go back and grab... I wonder if I can slide through here. Huh. Let's go grab 1,000 crystal. And then we'll be good with crystal oscillators. Then we can worry about computers. Just trying to solve one problem at a time. I think one of the things that we're going to absolutely have to do with Phase 5, assuming that Phase 5 does in fact require a lot of aluminum, like Phase 4 has, is I think Phase 5 is going to have to be the first, or the first thing that we do in Phase 5 is upgrade our miners at the bauxite locations so that we can produce more aluminum than we are right now. Because every recipe that has required aluminum casings in particular has required large numbers. Like the computer one, I think is like 50 per. Oh, that's Sam. It's the wrong one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get my freaking... Alright, I don't know where the last one's coming from. There he is. That was annoying. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Let me grab one more. Just to be safe. Okay. I'm going to go out this way. No, because that's going to take longer. It has been so long since we first discovered this cave, or this tunnel, and everything that's in it. Now, I mean, we're not using it to its greatest efficiency, but... And thankfully, there has not been a huge requirement for Crystal or Sam. That was such a cool discovery, those couple of episodes that we focused on this. I enjoyed it, at least. I'll put it that way. Okay. Way too many arrows. There has to be a way. I'm probably going to have to break this truck down and recreate it. Just so I can get rid of all the paths. And kind of clean them up. Because it struggles every single time. And I probably need to blow up some rocks in the process just to make things easier as well. Okay, so this is Crystal. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. Alright, so this is creating crystal oscillators. We're going to get 200 of these. And really, there's nothing that says that I can't double. Actually, I absolutely can double. So let's go ahead and put in 2 of those. That'll produce 3.7. It's such a weird number. 3.75. And I already have 56. So let me put those in here. Okay, now while that's running, let's take a look at computers. All right, so the standard, which is what we've been using over at aluminum casing production, is the circuit board, cable, and plastic. We could do circuit boards and crystal oscillators to produce 2. because we actually already have things set up for crystal oscillators pretty easily. So we could set up... All right, let me jump back here a second. Computers are used for radio control units. We need a 1-to-1. So if we need 700 radio control units, we're going to need 700... Well, no, that's not true. Yeah, we're going to need 700 computers. We actually only need 300, so we would need another 350 crystal oscillators. That's easy. That's actually the easy piece. So then we could actually produce computers with crystal oscillators and circuit boards. And then circuit boards are copper sheeting and plastic. It's always freaking plastic. Always plastic. And we would need... like 1,400 or so circuit boards. Yeah, that's the... We don't have any alternate recipes for circuit boards. And unfortunately, I can't go backward. We need to... Yeah, and unfortunately, circuit boards are the one requirement consistently for computers. Every recipe for computers has circuit boards in it. While I'm thinking about it, do I have any hard drives that I can be researching? Oh, that was something else that's going to be coming in the next update. I do not have any more hard drives. Let me pull this out. You're going to be able to break down ships that you've already cleared for additional parts. I love that. That is a huge quality of life thing. I love everything about that. All right, let me make sure that this is actually working. Yeah, it's producing, and it's producing at a good pace. I can put in that. All right, you know what? Let's go do some cleanup. Make sure that everything is running smoothly. At the other facilities, while we are waiting on crystal oscillators. I also want to look and see, we might already be producing enough circuit boards over here. I mean, we're using them all over the place over here, but we still might be producing enough where I could grab them and just take them back and forth to produce the necessary computers that we need. Woo, boy, I came in flying in hot. Okay, so circuit boards. Yeah, it's computers that are the problem. Okay, I know one thing that I can do right now. I have this thing. I have 4 summer sloops in here. I'm going to take them out of here because we're already backed up with supercomputers as it is. See that? I'm going to put them down here in computers instead. to double computer production using the same amount of materials. That's absolutely more important at this point. Alright, let me go check on aluminum casings. Uh-oh. No power? Why do I have no power? Because that power pole doesn't have connectivity. Well, crap. Wonder how I screwed that up. I remember coming over here and trying to increase production of the silica. And I must have accidentally removed... Yeah, I must have accidentally removed cabling. It is producing a lot more aluminum casings, though. I mean, that is definitely going at a much faster clip. But it also, though, means that the drone has not been traveling, which also means that the fused modular frames are nowhere near finished. And at the moment, it barely has enough fuel, so I'm going to have to go get it some fuel and come back for that. Which is fine, because I wanted to go over and check on things. Anyway. So let's go do that. Unfortunately, we have not figured out the best way to deal with computers, because I do not have excess circuit boards. So I'm probably going to have to grab some plastic, which I should be able to grab from the aluminum location, and which actually I should have done. I should have actually gone back and grab some anyway. Sorry, I forgot that I was going to need plastic for the packaged aluminum solution. Yeah, that's good enough. I don't like having to do this. I really don't like having to do this. But at the moment, until we get better consistent transport mechanisms, some of this manual transport is just going to have to be done. I really just need to get through Phase 4 and into Phase 5 so that I can see what all of the final things are. And then I can make plans accordingly. Alright, I don't think I need to do anything over... Whoa, that wasn't what I wanted. Okay, this is where I was putting in plastic. Okay, thankfully this isn't full, so it actually hasn't stopped any of the aluminum production. I don't think. No, it has. Why is it not producing silica? Huh? I guess I just didn't have enough. It wasn't able to empty itself out of the pipes fast enough. Wow. Huh. That really sucks. Okay, let's check on... Okay, so the heat sinks are coming in here. Alright, I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to run these over. I'm going to grab the cooling systems that are being produced. And by the way, allowing us to break down the downed ships should mean, I hope that they're going to do it this way, but should mean that the protecting organisms would also go away. I don't know that that's 100% true, but I would think it was. All right, production's down here. Okay, yeah, this stopped producing. That's what I figured. Do I have any more floating around here in my inventory? No, I do not. Okay, cooling systems. We'll take all of these. All right. Let's head back. I can grab some more rubber, but I also need to grab fuel to take over to the aluminum casing location. So there is rubber being produced over here. All right, so let's grab one whole row. And then the rest of it I'm going to fill with fuel. Okay. You know what I should have done? I probably should replace that truck station with a drone port so that we could output the heat sinks from there, but grab the, what is it, copper ingots, I think, from the other location. And we've already got fuel coming across the water anyway, so we could feed that into another drone port. Yeah, that's probably what I should have done. That would save some of the manual intervention that I'm going through right now. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Alright, so let's do that, and then... Okay. Alright, so while that's going, that'll fill up with fuel. Alright, let's head back. And let's get back to focusing on the other pieces. I think the other reason why I probably didn't do the drone over there is because of the production requirements. Oh, there's more circuit boards. How many we got? 130. It's missing AI limiters. First of all, there's that. Okay, let's go get AI limiters. Which should be produced up here. Whoa, almost screwed up. Where did I put the cooling systems? Now I have way too much crap in my inventory. Alright. So, let's go back to the codex. And actually, that's not what we want. I want nuclear pasta. Yeah, because we need the particle accelerator. Okay, the pressure conversion cube is an assembler with fused modular frames and radio control units. So we need 200... No, we need 100 pressure conversion cubes, which means we need 200 radio control units plus the 500 for turbo motors. So 700 radio control units. Which means we need 350 crystal oscillators for the radio control units. If it's a 1 to 2. So I'm writing that down. We need 350. Okay, we need... It looks like 1-to-1 computers. So therefore we need 700 computers. And a crap ton of aluminum casings, which that's a separate thing. For me, the aluminum casings can't really be used until we get to until we get them fused modular frames complete. Oh, you know what? We never did look to see if there were more advanced director systems. Which there absolutely should have been. I don't know if there will be another 50 because we're at 150 out of 500 right now. Okay, so then for computers, if we need 700 computers, we either go with another 350 crystal oscillators for a total of 700 to produce the 700 computers. That also, though, means that we're going to need... I don't even know how many... it's not 700. It's going to be about... 1050, 1050 circuit boards. It's either that, or we go the quick wire route, which we know we have a ton of, and we know we have a ton of rubber, and go that route for computers. We still have the circuit board requirement, but that might be a better play. Even though the crystal oscillator and circuit board recipe is... I don't want to say it's simpler, because it's actually not. Quick wire and rubber are simpler production lines than crystal oscillator obviously is. I think I'd rather go that route. So using the quick wire, we can turn off the quick wire that's being used for AI limiters after we produce 350 crystal oscillators. So 350 AI limiters and we're done. Then we can switch over to computers, bring rubber over there, and then we can produce... I think we can produce circuit boards over there, and I think I can go ahead and start doing that. So let me go ahead and start setting up circuit board production right now. So Let's see. Yeah, we absolutely can. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run from here to here directly. And then I'm going to run into a constructor. God, I'm out of cable. Good thing I have this sitting here. So that's going to be cable. Power. Where is power? Right here. Okay, so that's going to be producing cable. Then cable, quick wire. Sorry, no. Oh, quick, oh my, why did I come over here to create cable? I don't need cable. I need circuit boards. Oh, okay, so we need, okay. As soon as the AI limiters are done, we switch the quick wire and copper sheeting into, whoa, circuit boards and computer. Oh, crap. That's okay, that was where I messed up. I really didn't need the cabling after all. So we'll use this assembler to produce circuit boards. We'll bring the quick wire, the circuit boards, combined with rubber to then produce computers, Caterium computers to be specific. And then we'll produce the necessary computers that we need. What was it, 700? Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. That is what we're going to have to do, which means I'm going to need modular frames. The best place to get them... Actually, I need to do two things. I need to do some more cleanup here real quick. Alright. I am going to go run these heavy modular frames over to fused modular frame production. I probably could go get those slugs over there, but I don't really need to. Yeah, let me put... So there's 187. We need 350 total. There's 50 in here, so that's 237. 337. 343. I need 7 more. All right, we'll put those in there. There we go. Okay, so that's the right amount of heavy modular frames. Okay. Let's go over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I could jump off from this and get up there to those slugs. Problem is I already have so many power shards, I don't really need to. Okay, good. Got modular frames. I just had another thought. I actually think I would be in better... that I would waste less time by just collecting all the aluminum casings into an industrial storage and taking it over in big, huge manual processes or manual runs than having to consistently keep getting fuel back and forth to this drone port. And if I tear down the drone port, I can, both drone ports to be specific, I could actually move those then over, take all of the parts, move those over and replace the truck stations. And that would actually be a better use of the drones. I think that's absolutely what we're going to do in the next episode. All right, the last thing that we're going to do here is I want to look, see how many director systems we have. Oh, God, we only have 19? Really? God, so slow. So slow. Oops. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do that in the next episode. That'll provide some better efficiency. Actually, you know what? I want to check on something here. $200 there. I'm already making more than enough circuit boards right here. I need to do something here. So I'm actually going to stop right here. We're going to save the game here. We're going to end the episode here. What I want to do is I want to take advantage of these extra circuit boards by storing them before sending them over. And then we're going to use these as the extras to create the computers over near the space station, space elevator, sorry. That's going to be our best use of that. That way I don't have to transport plastic back and forth. Let me go get, actually speaking of that, let me go get rid of this plastic. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take advantage of this location right here. Okay, so with that, as always, if you have been enjoying the content, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, or comment button. Still having a great time. Really looking forward to getting Phase 4 completed. Also looking forward to the new changes that are coming. I don't know when Satisfactory is implementing them, but they haven't been dropped yet. So really looking forward to, especially the tearing down of the ships. Would love to get some of them out of the way. Would also love to get the parts, of course, from dismantling them and getting rid of the aliens that are in the way, the monsters that are in the way. So with that, have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode. Talk to you soon.